when you have like a holiday and people don't mask up and get together, and then we see our friends and family come in a week or two later, and then it's just like it keeps going and going, and it doesn't stop. And then lately with this Delta variant of the virus, it's not coming in waves anymore. It's starting to come in just groups of people.
Essentially, it feels like you're just taking constantly shallow breaths that can't keep you up, and you're about to pass out. My lungs are potentially damaged forever. I mean, and I try to be an active guy. I love skiing and exercise and stuff, and we'll see how this affects all that in the long term. I don't know yet.
When someone passes away from COVID, because they don't just die all of a sudden, they're suffocating for sometimes weeks at a time. We put you on a non-rebreather mask, and then that fails. And then we put you on a high-flow mask, and then that fails. And then we put you on BiPAP. And typically past BiPAP, depending if you're a candidate for ventilation or not, you stay on that. And then you don't get better. And then we have to talk to family every day and tell them that there's hope. And then eventually we have to make that same phone call and say that they're no longer with us.
You don't want to be here. I mean, obviously, but when you're struggling to breathe, fighting for your life, like it's not something I would recommend. And if getting a vaccine is going to prevent, even if you get COVID, but like just minimize it enough to where you don't get hospitalized, it is totally worth it.
It's a lot of burnout, and it's hard. It's hard to do this every day. And, we keep coming back, and we have to come back. And we just don't know what every day's going to bring. Today we have staff. Tomorrow, I don't know if I have staff to run the unit or not, depending on who gets sick or what happens, or if we have another influx of people who are just filling up the ER, if there's placement. So it's interesting times, to say the least, and it's a lot of unknown that we're fighting against, and trying to kind of at least educate the community on the importance of getting vaccinated, because I don't have people who come in here and that are vaccinated and die on me. I have people who come in here who are unvaccinated and die on me.
Oh, the staff's crazy busy. They're so short-handed. They've all been amazing, but like they just need so much help. There's just not enough of them to go around for all the patients with COVID and stuff. Like I feel really bad for them because they're just constantly running ragged.
It's hard to come back every day, and when there's no staff already, and you're running your tail off, you're not sitting down, and then you see all this tragedy left and right, and people are mad at you for trying to help them because they don't want to be here. I mean, how can that not just devastate you every day? And then it's not getting better right now. It's just getting worse, and we're waiting to see what else is going to happen, What happens when we can't keep taking patients? What happens when we can't give the care we need? And I feel like we're there already, where I have to choose between two people on BiPAP, which one's going to get care from me and the other has to wait. I can't check on them. There's no staff to check on them, It's hard when we get in that situation. So what do you do?
And I was going to get it literally the day after I got sick was when I had it scheduled. But I should have got it months ago. But you get busy with work, stuff like that, and all of a sudden you put it off not correctly. I should have just done it, but people let life get in the way, and it's silly because it doesn't take long. You should, in retrospect, I should have done it months ago, and I'm sure I wouldn't have been in this situation. So.